Welcome to this lecture at Universiti Utara Malaysia. Today, we are analyzing a specific vulnerability in how we engineer secure systems. In computer science, we often treat cryptography and firewalls as mathematical absolutes. An AES-256 encryption key requires more energy to crack than exists in the observable universe. Yet, despite these absolutes, massive data breaches occur regularly in systems with the highest levels of technical protection. These incidents typically result from human behavior bypassing technical controls, rather than a failure of the technology itself. Technical controls cannot protect a system if they are not supported by a structured cybersecurity policy designed to manage human risk. We define a cybersecurity policy as the set of rules, guidelines, and procedures that govern how an organization protects its digital assets. Operating without these rules leads to inconsistent and reactive security. No amount of hardware can compensate for an ungoverned environment. Today, we will engineer the human layer of security. We will build a framework that starts with organizational roles and scales up to national infrastructure defense. Effective cybersecurity is a socio-technical problem. As engineers, you must build a rigorous policy stack to support your network stack. A common misconception in this field is that cybersecurity is exclusively the responsibility of the IT department. The first layer of our policy stack, organizational roles, replaces that idea with a shared responsibility model. We can map this as a network of 4 critical nodes. Senior management occupies the first node. This group allocates the necessary resources and defines the rules that govern the organization. The IT and security team implements the technical controls and maintains continuous monitoring of the system. Employees function as the frontline execution node. Their responsibility is to protect their own credentials and report any suspicious activity. Finally, compliance officers ensure the organization meets legal requirements and conduct the audits that verify our security posture. We can see the danger of role failure by looking at the data on insider threats. When roles are poorly defined, employees are often granted access rights they don't need, which leads directly to internal data misuse. This problem also extends to external attacks, where weak policies create preventable vulnerabilities. Most successful phishing attacks don't break the IT layer, they exploit the employee node. As password policies are weak or unenforced, the technical shields are bypassed. A failure in any single role node weakens the entire architecture. One compromised account can render millions of dollars in technical defense useless. Defining roles is only half the battle. We also have to address the psychological component, why people choose to follow or ignore these rules. We measure this through policy trust. This layer represents the confidence users have that the security rules are reliable, fair, and effective. When leadership communicates clearly and assigns clear accountability, the trust metric increases. High trust results in higher policy adoption and a stronger security culture, where users are willing to share information about threats. Conversely, when organizations misuse data or hide their security practices, trust is lost. This lack of transparency has caused significant user trust issues for several big tech companies. The result is non-compliance and serious legal consequences and a decline in user engagement. If users do not trust that a system is protecting them, they will actively find ways to circumvent secure processes to make their work easier. Policy trust ensures the humans in the loop stay within the secure perimeter. Without it, organizational roles break down and create gaps in the defense. While corporate policies secure internal data, governments must apply these governance principles at the scale of a sovereign nation. This brings us to the National Cybersecurity Policy. This is the government-level framework that coordinates the protection of a country's entire digital infrastructure. A national policy focuses on critical infrastructure, the energy grids, healthcare networks, and banking systems that a country depends on to function. The primary objectives here are to prevent attacks, detect threats early, and ensure the nation can recover quickly from an incident. Executing this requires a combination of cyber laws, public-private collaboration, and national education programs. Malaysia's National Cybersecurity Policy provides a clear example of this framework in action. Malaysia focuses its strategy on governance and risk management to ensure its digital economy remains stable and secure. This is a complex balancing act. Governments must weigh the need for strict security against economic growth and the privacy rights of their citizens. These policies must also evolve constantly to keep up with changing threats and the challenges of limited international cooperation. National policies provide a layer of coordination that connects the protection efforts of both the public and private sectors. We have now mapped the 3 essential layers of cybersecurity governance. This is our complete socio-technical model, held together by a loop of continuous improvement. First, organizational roles define the responsibilities to keep systems secure. Second, policy trust ensures people execute those responsibilities. Third, national policies provide overarching resilience to protect the entire country. As you move forward into your careers as engineers and computer scientists, always remember these 3 crucial layers. Your ability to design secure software is only as effective as the human policies that will govern its use. This is the requirement for a truly secure environment: strong policies, clear roles, high trust, and a commitment to continuous improvement. Cybersecurity is not just about the code you write, it is about the governance architecture you build to support it. One cannot function without the other.